So we ended down almost 500 points in the Dow. The worst hit sectors were technology and industrial companies. These are the folks who do the most business with China. And the reason that we went down today is we have kind of a showdown with China over trade that's escalating, and we don't know how bad it could get. So just a week ago, we were hitting record highs in the S&P and the NASDAQ. And so this week, it's pretty different situation. We've got some pretty steep drops today following these run-ups really through the first whole part of the year. We're looking at the worst drop today since January. We came back a little bit at the end of the day. Now it's the worst drop for the S&P since late March. So pretty bad, not the worst we've seen in the last few years, but definitely more volatile in the last couple of days than we've seen in about 6 weeks. Yeah, we've definitely seen a return of volatility to this market. It's come back. The folks we're talking to say to expect some more uncertainty and possible turbulence, at least the next few days. And it kind of depends on what we hear from Washington. We have big technology companies, chip makers, hardware makers, industrial companies, Boeing, Caterpillar, that do a huge amount of business in China. If that business is disrupted or threatened by a serious trade conflict, those companies could suffer greatly. They've been going up a lot, and they've got plenty of room to go down if their businesses are threatened. The investors were not expecting this short of a concentrated time frame for the last stage of the trade talks. A lot of people had maybe become a little complacent that a trade agreement was going to be reached sooner rather than later. Now we've got a deadline on Friday with these new tariffs supposed to be imposed on the Washington side. It puts a lot of pressure on the talks. There's been some heightened rhetoric from the U.S. officials, including Treasury Secretary Mnuchin, who accused the Chinese of reneging on some of their previous commitments. This kind of shook people up a little bit because they don't know how long it might take to get a deal, if we get one at all.